Hey, what's up? How you doing? Welcome back to the third tutorial on this e-commerce mobile application. Alright, so in this tutorial, like I said in the last video, we're going to be working on showing all the data and listing all the products out, and so on and so forth, and also listing out the categories. So you're going to have an endpoint for that. So in order for us to start, what we want to do clearly is we're going to create a new controller. So we say PHP artist and make controller, and this will be called the product controller. So let's call this product controller. Alright, so in this product controller here, we can have the first thing we want to have. We can say public, function, index. We can say public function index, and we can say basically just return. But before that, we can say product equals to product. So I like using latest to get the latest data. So say latest get. Now we can do return response. Okay, so say return response. Now you can just say product. Okay, so remember we can have this, or you can say status go success, and we can use what the product out. So what I can do is I can run this server PHP and serve. Then remember in our API.php route, so we can have this route. So we want to make sure that the route is authenticated. So we can just edit this. So I'm just to edit this. So now I'm just going to call the product controller class. I will call the index, right? Index. Well, this space is going to be products. Okay, so let's test this. I can just copy this URL. I have I have Thunder clients on my Visual Studio, so I'm just going to use that. Okay, you can set our get request, and this is what we have. Okay, so now I need to run my database on PHP admin also. Okay, so I have my database running already, so everything works now. So what we can do is, just like we did, we can go to the APIs /login. Alright, so this is going to be a post request. Why is the post is not accepted for post request? We're posting to login, right? So if this doesn't work, then that means I'll have to use Postman application JSON. Let me use a version. Okay, so that works now. So I'm just going to use the form. I'm going to use the email. So I'm going to log in because we need to log in order for us to be able to access our endpoint. Okay, so when you send this invalid details, okay, I have to just create a new account. So I need the name field. Also need the password confirmation field. Okay, so we've created our account successfully. I'm going to copy the endpoint, the token. Make sure you copy your token. Then now we're going to head over to products, right? That is going to be a get request. So when I send this, I have the message unauthenticated. So we need to pass it in our auth here. So we go to auth barrier. I'll paste it. I can say I have my products here. So I have all the products here. Now what I want to do is I want to show the categories for the products. In order for us able to achieve that, we have to go to the products model. I will say public function products belongs to a category. So you can say a product belongs to a category. I can say a category can have many products under it. So you can say a category can have many products under it. So once that is done, you can go back to the product controller. Then here we can say width, just pass the width. Then you just have to forwards we named it. We named it category in this place. So that's basically what you need to put here. Now when we go back to our request and we send this, we see we get our category. As you can see, we have our category ID and the name here. Okay, so in time, as time goes on, we'll change this API request, make it just show the products and just show the name of the category. We'll do that in the future, but for now, this is what we have. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to show the product details, single product detail. So you can go to the product controller again, where you can see public function view products. So this will view the product by the ID. All right, I can just say products from where find of a ID. So basically find of a ID. This one is good, for I just like using where ID is equals to ID and then first. Okay, so if empty, so if the product is empty, I can just return like another response by saying for product is not found. So if it is empty, initially using find of a will work, but I just prefer it this way for some reason. So now we can go to the API. I can just copy this, right? So you can see this time we say product slash ID. In this place will be view products. Okay, so that will be view products. Now we can go to our request. I can say product slash ID, ID 1. When you send it, we have products not found. Okay, sorry, 1. So we have our products successfully showing. Okay, so that is one thing we want to do. Now the other thing we want to do is we want to list the category out. So in order for us to do that, we need to create another controller called category controller, or we can just create it under the product controller. So thinking of what to do, I think you just create a controller for it instead. Okay, so now let's click any controller. So you see PHP artisan make controller, we call this category controller. Okay, so for this category controller here, we can just have a function to list all the categories out. So you can say category. This time around, you're going to say latest. So you want to order them by the time they were created. So say latest and get. I've done that. So now in our API, we can just copy this product one. So at the top here, I'm going to say categories, right? And this is going to be category controller. All right. So now you can go here where you can say categories. Now you can see we have the list of categories here. So next one you need to do, I want to fetch the products under each category. So you can say public function fetch products under category. So you pass the category ID just like that. And this one is straightforward. We say products. You're going to use the product model. So say product with category where the category ID is equals to this. So initially we don't need to pass this one. We can just say where category ID equals to this. We just get them. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Now you can go to this place. I'm just going to copy these categories. I'll say category instead. Category slash product slash ID. Okay, so category slash product ID. Now we have our fetch product on that category. So in this place, we're going to say category slash product slash 1. We have an empty stuff, so let's use slash 4. Why is it empty there? So 30 product slash 4. Let's check the categories again. Here we have category ID of 2. Okay, you know they are being created randomly, so let me pick one. So we have category ID of 3. So let me do this. Category ID of 3. Okay, you can see it works now. So these are the 2 products under the category. Under the category ID of 3. So that's 2 products. So I think we can use the with actually, so we can see the name of the category that they're under. So we can say with category. We will run this. Okay, so it's under the EST category, under the EST category. Okay. Okay. So the last one we do is this control. In this tutorial is we are going to make user be able to what actually have favorites. So I'm going to just create PHP at this make model. So we create a model first. We call it favorite. So you call it favorites, right? So you need to create some migration as well. Okay. So in this place, okay. So we created our favorite table. Then here we can just say we can say that you want to pass the user ID. Of course, you want to pass the user ID, but in this case, you say foreign ID for. They will just need to pass. You need to pass the class, I believe. So before the user class, they do the same for the products. Pass the user class, we pass the product class for this. So that will give us user ID and product ID. Then yeah, this is just what we want. So this is just what we want. We can do PHP and this migrate. So our table has migrated successfully. So we check our database. So you understand what happened. You would see that in the favorites we have user ID and the product ID. So that's what we just need. Now in our model, we can just say protected label as user ID and product ID. And you can see it belongs to the user. And now we can see the user can have many favorites. You can see the user can have many favorites. So they can click on any favorites to have countless of favorite stuff. Okay, so with that out of the way, now we can just create a controller for it. So you can say PHP artisan make controller. You can say favorite controller. Okay, favorite controller. Then we can basically just say public function add to favorite. Okay, this should stop doing too much. So this one is going to pass the ID. So this is going to be like this is going to be the product ID actually. We're going to pass the product ID and we can just say so we get the user. So we actually don't need this. Trying to ignore this autocomplete stuff. Okay, so what we'll do is we just call we say favorite is equals to favorite. We can say create, right? But before we do that, we need to do check favorite because we need to remove them if they are already be added already. So say check favorite where the user ID is equals to the executed user. So where is the ID equals to the executed user, then we can say where product equals to what product ID then first. So if this is true, we can say if the product is true, I can return the response. I say product already added to favorite, but that's not what we want to do. So if the product is true, I'll delete it from there. So I'll just copy this particular code again, but I'll stop here. I'll stop there and just do delete. So it's going to remove it from the stop. And from this auth user, we can say auth user then ID. So yeah, let's say auth user ID. But why is it giving an error like this? Alright, everything still works though. So if that is not true, we can just pass user ID and the product ID. We can return the response. Okay, and I just remembered I would like to write this in a try and catch block. So paste that here. Then this one will be exception E. Then this one is going to be return response. Get our exception. Then we need to make sure this is error 500. So it's because that's an error. So now we can go to our API routes. Sorry, we can go to our API route. Then I can just copy this, paste it. I can say product favorite then ID. So this is going to be favorite controller. Let's go to the add to favorite. So you need to go to favorite, product favorite and ID. So product favorite and ID. Okay, so let's go to product favorite, then id of one. So let's say one. So yeah, it's supposed to be a push request. So send this now, so we can see that's added already. If I send it again, well, send again, it's supposed to be actually deleting, not adding. Okay, it's actually working. So let me send it again. Okay. It's working, but not in the sense I want it. So where user ID? Okay, where user ID is equals to that, I'm putting that. The product ID is okay. So you see where user ID is equals to updated user, and where product ID is equals to product ID first. So if that is true, I think I can say and just put del something like this. Okay, because you're not getting a response back. I can say, you know what, I don't need this. I can just say return response is going to be product has been deleted successfully, something like that. Probably removed from favorite. Yeah. So in this case, we're able to track it. So when I send it, you see product has been removed. Now if I check my database, it has actually been removed. Now if I should send it again, it has been added. If I check my database, it has now been added. Okay. So favorite works like this. So the last thing we need to do in the favorite controller is we need to list all of our favorites product out. So we're going to say public function index. We're going to list everything else. So I'm going to use the try and catch block. So I should have used the try and catch block for almost everything I've written so far, but we'll change it later on in the future. So I'm going to return response. Okay. Alright, so now in the code here, we're going to have favorite equals to where user ID is equals to that. I'm going to run this. So this is what we're going to have, but there's going to be a little bit of issue because now I can have this. I will say product ID is going to be a get request and it will be favorite and index. So this is going to be favorite and index. So now I can go to this one. I can say favorite. Going to be a get request. When I send this, I have product not found. I don't understand why am I getting product not found. So let me go to the favorite controller again. So this is favorite where user ID is equals to all user ID gets. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what I need. And there's no place I'm even putting the user not found. So I don't know where that error came from. So this is put the favorites and okay. I'm not sure we changed the stuff. So you know what? Let me cut this. Let me put it at the top here. I think this is right. Let me put it at the top here. Now let me send this. Okay, still not working. Okay, this is strange. So you have put dot favorite controller, then the index, obviously. Okay, I don't even having any fault for error. You feel me? So, let me check it out. Status error. Status error. Let me see if that error is from our end there. So I'm going to say, just going to edit that one. We're going to go back there. We're going to send it. So yeah, so it's not from the end there. So it's not from this end. So I don't know. I think we need to clear the cache or something like that. So let me just clear this. Let me do PHP artisan optimize. Clear. The PHP artisan route list. So click on the route list. Now you can see we have favorite which is pointed to index here. Now let me run the server again. Okay, so we should check it. We send this. We see our product not found. API/product/favorites. There's no way we should be getting product not found because we're not passing any product not found. Product not found stuff. So you know what? I'm just going to try. I'm going to try this. Return response. Let me say message. I'm just going to pass a random message. Okay, so I'm going to just close others. Okay, so I'm going to run this. Yeah, so this is pointing to another endpoint. I don't know why. Wait, what's it another endpoint? So this is favorite controller index. Or let me change this. Let me just call this favorite. Okay, let me just call our favorites, you know. Let me send this. So it's working out. So they're conflicting with each other. So leaving it at favorite to work. So now if we test this, we have the product ID and the favorite ID. So now we want to get the product that was added to the favorite. So what is happening? Okay, so once you get the product added to the favorite, so in order to do that, we need to go to our favorite model again. We need to pass the product as well. You see, every favorite stuff belongs to product. So I can see now a product can have many favorite stuffs. So it can belong to many. So you see, it belongs to many favorites. So now we can go to the favorite controller. We can say with product. Is it with product or with products? Yeah, with products. We can also get the category as well, but let's first do this. Let's test if this works. You can see this works. Now I want to be able to get the product category. How do we do that? So inside our products, you know, there's the category method here. So you can see products, then you can see dot category. This is going to fetch the product and the category together. So when I send this, you say I have the product and I also have the category. So now we are able to list every favorite product that user has added to his favorite list. Alright, so we're going to end here. We're going to end here. So if you like this video, please make sure you like, subscribe. See you next time. Peace.